Seth Skorkowski, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Ascendice from the Shop of Many Things. It's a large D20 that has a couple interesting features to it, but the big feature is the fact that it can float in the air. Crap. Okay, you need a little stand for it to float, but that is still pretty awesome.
Dude, this thing is hypnotic. Like a lava lamp.
Now, for the sake of full disclosure, I was sent this by the Shop of Many Things. They were like, hey, do you want to be one of our affiliates? And I was like, yeah, sure. Then they were all like, cool, you want us to send you one of our products? Maybe you could look at, maybe review it? And I was all like, okay. And then they were all like, cool, you want us to send one of our cool D20s to you that floats in the freaking air? And I was all like, why, yes, as a matter of fact, I would love to check out one of your magic floaty D20s. So they sent me one. Actually, they sent me 3 because 3 dice appear in this box. This is their Bloodlust die, which is red like blood and lusty. Love the color to it, but the black numbers are not that easy to read. Then there's the Void Heart, which is black like my black heart, but also glamorous because it's got bright gold numbers that are very easy to read. And then there's the Dragon's Eye, which is a freaking eye in it. And if you roll a 1, the slit of the Dragon's Eye is the 1, meaning that it's staring you down whenever you roll a fumble. Now, how they work is inside the die is a hollow sphere space, and inside of that is a magnet. In fact, the magnet inside of this thing is loose, so that the die actually rattles when you shake it. The magnets inside of these are also really strong too, so they can slam together whenever they get too close, which is really, really scary the first time that happens. In fact, they're so strong that you can, Very fashionable. Ow, why did I even do that? Now, the stand has magnets or sorcery inside of it, and when you plug it in, the die levitates above it. Now, it does begin rotating after a while, which is pretty cool, but the part that surprised me is that it will rotate either way, which, I would have thought that it would have gone one way or the other, but, that's not the case, so I don't know how magnets work. It does need to be plugged in order to levitate, and if you were to cut the power to it, it would shoot down onto the stand, which is one of the reasons they give you a little cork topper to cushion the blow if you ever lose power in your house, or maybe the die gets knocked too hard.
I mean, it's cool, don't get me wrong, but is it balanced?
Yeah, how good does this roll?
You guys are planning on rolling it?
The Shop of Many Things says that the die is properly balanced for fair rolls, so I asked Todd to roll it 1,000 times and to report how even the dispersal for it was. So, Todd?
Yeah, I got distracted and forgot. Can I turn it in tomorrow?
Okay, well, I don't know how balanced it is as far as the results, so I'll just have to take the manufacturer's word for it. But one thing that I will say about the rolls is that it rolls kind of weird. Comparing it to our regular D20, and for this I'll use one of the Seth Skorkowski RPG Icons dice from Q Workshop, you can see that it rolls just like a normal D20 rolls. However, the Ascendice, because of that weighted magnet that's tumbling around inside of it, it doesn't roll that far before it just stops, almost abruptly. The results do seem random, it just kind of rolls weird. Not really a criticism as much as just a basic observation.
How strong are these magnets? If I put it in water, would it make a whirlpool?
Strong enough that it'll still levitate while immersed in a beaker of water. However, the water resistance keeps it from spinning while it's immersed, or at least slows it down enough that it doesn't make a good whirlpool. So this isn't going to be useful as one of those magnetic stirrers that chemistry labs use.
Can you levitate 2 of these at a time, or maybe even all 3 of them?
Nah, I tried that. Probably more times than reasonable, but I can't get more than 1 die to levitate at a time, so any more dice than that is just simply too heavy to do it.
Dang. So what is it you're supposed to do with the other 2 D20 while one of them is levitating?
You can use them as refrigerator magnets, which isn't a statement I ever thought I would say about a D20.
Sweet.
It's a floating die. I don't know why you need to even come up with more uses to do with it. However, I do have one minor criticism of the Ascendice, and that is that the power cord is seriously short. It's like 3 feet, which isn't very long. For example, the shelf behind me where my Ascendice has been displayed during the last few videos, it's 4 feet high, so the cord can't even reach the floor, so I have to use an extension cord for it. And that's no biggie, but it also means that the heavy transformer box on the end is just kind of hanging suspended in the air above the floor, and I really just wish that the cord had enough length for the whole thing to reach the floor if it's sitting on top of a 4-foot shelf. Minor gripe, I know, but the Ascendice is a $200 die, and for that much, I can afford to mention that I'd have preferred about 20 more inches of cord, or maybe the ability to use a USB or something like that where I could install a longer power cord if I needed one. And yes, it is $200. The whole box with the 3 dice like this one is $250 normally, and they do also have a version that has a walnut base. Now, the Ascendice is not just a die that you would use for any regular gaming die. I mean, this is something that you would save for special occasions, like the final battle with the big evil bad guy, or at the very end of a campaign sort of deal like that. I mean, really, it's just a cool display piece. In fact, I really wish that the Shop of Many Things offered something like a little brass plaque that you could have engraved with, the world's greatest game master, something to give as a gift or a presentation to kind of commemorate the end of a campaign or something very important. And I feel something like that as, serving as an award or a special present is an appropriate use for this die, but it appears that you're going to have to order a kind of an engraved plaque or something separately and just stick that on there. But I'm really happy to have it because, well, it's just freaking cool. If you want to pick one up or check out any of the other neat stuff that's at the Shop of Many Things, such as the elemental pins or the moon glow pins, because those look pretty cool, use the link below because that'll help me and the channel out. Till next time, gamers, you have a great day.